First in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana.
I say, here at Cajun Roots Reseller, you give me an offer and I'll take it.
You got the dollars? See the special man on YouTube. He's got it all.
I got an offer. I got the dollars. Let me have it, please. I got the dollars.
I say. This is Johnny's. The place that'll let you have it with no problem.
Let him have it.
Johnny has a sale right now. I say. This is Johnny's place. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man.
Here at Cajun Roots Reseller, you give us the offer.
You got the dollars. You got the offer. Well, let him have it with no problem. Let him have it.
You got it.
I am looking for some jewelry. End of line.
Do you have any credit?
No, I was recently involved in a divorce. End of line. Look, I'm not one of those maybe it's Maybelline gals, okay? I just want to go out on the town with Sheila and accessorize some.
See, special man.
I don't know about you, but this Joe girl is going to Johnny's place. Check out Cajun Roots Reseller. Right now. I say. Go see the special man and tell him the dough girl sent you.
Hello, good morning and welcome on this Thursday morning. It is currently 71 degrees here where I am at in Massachusetts. Let's see who was first in the chat. That was Regina. Hello, good morning and welcome. And Craig, you got to stop that sleepwalking. Hello, good morning and welcome. Hashtag not Glenn. Get you some coffee. Michael, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Anna Marie, hello, good morning and welcome. And Toochmon is here today. Randy, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? And Uni Magic, hello, good morning. Oh, but don't forget, this afternoon, tonight, later this evening, Uni Magic will be on live on tonight with Revive It Sisters, Heather and her sister for their auction tonight. Scarlett, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. There's Heather. Hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Let's see. Buying Space. Hello, good morning. Welcome. Don't forget, Buying Space does need some watch hours. So if you would go to the channel, select the playlist, and there's multiple playlists that you can run. I ran 2 of them last night. Woke up this morning. 1 was finished and 1 was still going. That was at 3 o'clock this morning. Jessica. Oh, excuse me. Good morning. Hello and welcome. And Robin. Hello. Good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. And Jennifer, hello, good morning and welcome. Yes, tonight he is going to be doing a first live auction tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if I remember correctly. I hope I do, because he'll tell you all about it, because he's on the back room reading it. Come on up. Sheila, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Let's see who else is here. Everybody's chit-chatting together. It is Friday yet? No, that's tomorrow, Craig. Stop that sleepwalking. You might be able to get to know what day it is. And there's the auction for Revive It Sisters. Check it out. Make sure you hit this, set your reminder. You're welcome, Buying Space. All right, so if y'all have never tried or heard about Max Sold, it's a website. Todd, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Did I just see? No, you did not, Craig. You seeing things. Yeah, you definitely need some strong coffee, Craig. Come on now. Harry Arm is here. Yep, Todd is here. Hello, good morning and welcome, Todd. How are you doing? So anywho, if you have not checked out the Max Sold website, we're going to be going over that today with none other than Toochmon. Hello, good morning and welcome. And how you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. How about
awesome sauce? All right, so again, we're going to be discussing this morning because, again, that's just another avenue way of you to resell, to source for reselling. I have tried it. I've done it. I bought some stuff from there before. And after I have heard about it from Robert, my husband, he even went in there, and then one day we went to pick up some stuff. I was like, what is this? And so I did it, and I picked up some good stuff. So I got hooked. Tom City, Queen City Pickers, father-in-law back in Cardinal Care. Oh, no. All right, so the show will be on Todd's show this morning at 9 o'clock. And also don't forget at 9:30, you have Dawn Southern Finds Dawn and Susie Woods going live from the doghouse. What's up, Patrick? Hello, good morning, and welcome. And again, the site is a great site to be able to find some good things to resell. But before we get started, tell everybody about yourself and what you got going on, and what is this new first show tonight?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm Tooch Man. I'm in the middle of Massachusetts, not too far from Johnny. Tonight on my channel is going to be an introduction to every fourth Thursday night of the month auction I'm going to be doing on my channel with my peeps of the East Coast resellers. It's Don and Teresa. Tonight we're going to talk about the rest of the year, where we're going to do a themed auction every fourth Thursday night. Tonight we're going to talk all about it, let you know all about it, and then sell some stuff, various stuff tonight. Then Sunday I'm on with the Mark and Mike, Two Old Guys Vintage, on Sunday night for my fourth Sunday of the month visit there. And tomorrow I'm on with also Don and Teresa with Don's Deals. Tonight's going to be some fun. We're going to let you know what we're going to be doing. We're going to sell a lot of Christmas stuff tonight. It is Christmas in July, but just to let you know what we're going to be doing on Thursday nights.
All right, there is a correction. There is no Doghouse today. They did it on Tuesday. That'll explain why I got the link on Tuesday for their show.
Right, exactly.
I didn't realize that. I didn't realize it. I saw the I'm never in the Doghouse. Well, that's a good thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get started. If you want to have any questions about this, you're more than welcome to ask. And then what we may do after we talk about the website and more about it, we will maybe search some zip codes for you and show you how it works. I do have it open on my end, but for some reason I cannot seem to sign in. It's telling me that I have the wrong information. So I'm going to just go through the actual page itself with you. But we are going to share a screen with Tooch Man first. When we do this, hello, Catherine. Hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. TC, stop lying. Oh, yes, indeed. Anywho, so talk a little bit about this website and what got you started in this website.
Well, I found it actually by mistake. I was searching years back when I was starting to trying to find other sources. As we all know, consistency in this business, whether you're a hobbyist or part-time or full-time, consistency is key in this, even with listing and packing and invoicing, but especially too in getting a good source of source material or stuff to sell and a consistent supply of it. So I came across it and was frustrated at first. Something about Max Soldier, you have to understand, it is worth it, trust me. But it's a very glitchy website. So you got to be patient and deal with it. But in the end, it is well worth it. You can get lots of great stuff sometimes, depending on how it hits, for dollars. I've gotten lots for $1, $2, $3, and you can't imagine the stuff you can get. It's like an estate sale company. They're not actually selling anything. It's unlike eBay. It's unlike any of them. They're just providing the website for all kinds of sellers to sell. So there's all kinds of people on it. There's estate sale companies on there that do. There's actual people that are doing their own estate sale for a relative or something like that. You can tell by what it is. It will say seller managed for an auction, which means that the seller himself is managing it. I've had there's a number of companies that I've built a relationship with that they do 4, 5, 6 auctions a year. And when you build a relationship with them, when you get there, some of the stuff that don't sell, they give to you or offer to you even cheaper. So the other thing about it is just to keep in mind, unlike eBay, there's not any shipping. It's like going to somebody's yard sale or estate sale. So keep in mind when you look at an auction, how far it is, and be very, very considerate of the pickup date, because there is one pickup date and a time. So if you're not able to go that pickup date, you're not going to be able to really bid in that auction. There's been very few circumstances because of snow or an emergency that they do give you a second pickup date, but it's not the norm. So just keep in mind that when you're doing that. And
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Is this the only place you get all those wonderful things I love now?
Yeah, it has been I love my community here so much. So I'm kind of, it's not a secret, Max Soul, but it's been my honey hole over the last year. It's been really hot. and there's been lots of great estates. But yeah, I try to keep diverse. I go to a lot of live auctions, estate sales, but this has been my main source over the last at least 6 weeks or 6 months. It's been awesome.
All right, I just put the link in the chat. It's called Max, M-A-X, sold.com.
Yep.
And then also you can put the radius on how far out you want to go, or you're
Absolutely.
eligible to go, or you want to go. And you can
I mean,
set
it's
that.
not advice, but I usually start at like 30 miles, and it'll bring you all the auctions. And if there's not an auction, be mindful of this. If you put in 30 miles and it doesn't find auctions 30 miles of you, it may pop up some auctions. They may up that mileage a little bit. Like I did a search for this morning because I was told Teresa I'd look out for some auctions around her area, and I put 30 miles from Poughkeepsie, New York. Well, that's tough to say. And it gave me 3 auctions within 100 miles. So I guess they did not find any auctions within 30 miles. So instead of showing me nothing, they showed me auctions within 100 miles. So just keep an eye on that top thing. It will say 3 auctions within X miles of the area you're searching. And be patient with the site. I'm telling you, I get frustrated with the site sometimes. It has been notoriously glitchy. I tried to log into my account on a Google browser, and it won't let me log in, but it'll let me view. I have to go to Firefox. So there will be some, but trust me, in the end, it is absolutely worth it. You do get great stuff.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and share the screen at this time so we can show you a little bit about the website. Here we go.
Fantastic. Let me get.
And this is the actual website. You would basically put the state and your location first. At the top where it says where you see Massachusetts, you click on that little clip first.
Yep, right here.
You go ahead and and it'll show you'll have to allow it to get your location. And then once you collect and say where you at, right at the bottom, there's a red dial. You have to slide it on how far you are willing to go out from your location.
So here I'm going to say 30 miles, 35 miles. And now if you go down here, it will show you these 5 auctions within 35 miles. One in Wellesley, one in South Boston, one in Ashland, which I just started looking at, and one in Lincoln, Rhode Island.
I want to point out, if you notice under the pictures, each one of these, if you scroll down a little bit more, Tooch, if you see under the pictures, it tells you how many lots are available at this sale. It's like a estate sale, but what they do is they lot things up as a bundle. So when you do this and you look through the pictures, there's going to be 297 in the middle one, for example. There's 297 different lots. And you have to read the instructions on it because it'll tell you when you have to pick it up. It also tells you how many days are left or hours on that sale.
I can show you right here. If you go into Wellesley, which I haven't really looked at yet.
Good morning, Glenn.
And up here, we'll say pickup information. If you click on that,
it's working for us today. Usually it doesn't work.
It will come up here and it gives you all the information here. And it says only available pickup time Sunday, July 28th between 8 a.m. and 10:45. And they have these categories here. And if you look on the listings itself, the categories are like if something's on a shelf and you bought that shelf with the contents of the shelf, that will be lot A. You go that time, so somebody comes and picks up all the stuff on that shelf. And maybe C will be the shelf itself. Like this is a ladder bookshelf right here. That might be in time slot C. Sometimes they'll put it right here in the, it'll say C right here after ladder bookshelf.
Read the description. Click on the description, the arrow down is where it should be. Go down to the arrow down, right below place a bid.
Yeah, this is the,
Right there. Up, it's on lot A. Pick up
lot A. So there's nothing on that shelf, so you can pick it up in lot A. Sometimes to make it easy, they'll put it right in that first line. The other
Because
thing
a lot of times,
is,
I think, if I'm not mistaken, the reason they do that is so they can get the furniture or bigger pieces out as soon as possible.
yeah, well, sometimes I've been seeing instances where there's a big bookshelf and they have knickknacks on 4 shelves. And keep in mind, bring packing material, because 9 out of the 10 auctions, the way you see it is the way you come pick it up. So you're going to have to bring totes and bags and stuff like that. And they have you take all the stuff off that shelf. You take it with you. And then at a later time slot, the person comes and takes the shelf.
But also, you have to make sure you bring somebody with you if it's furniture, because they 9 times out of 10 will not help you take it out the house.
Legalities, they don't allow the people to help you.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's a max sold managed auctions where they hire people to come in and take the pictures and do the sale, and they don't help you either for legalities.
Right. Exactly. All right, real quick, I want to do this. Michael just gifted a membership, and he went to Silver Hair Stacker Todd. Congratulations, Todd. You are now a member. Thank you, Michael, for the membership. Greatly appreciated. And it's time for the morning chair dance, and this is for you, Michael. The dollars. Let me have it, please. I got the dollars.
Let him have.
You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let them have it with no problem. Let them have it. And Todd, this is for you. Congratulations. You are now a member of the channel.
Attention, new member. I want to thank you. Thank you for being a friend and family member of the Cajun Roots Reseller channel. Thank you.
And thank you very much. Now I'll see a comment in the chat. Let me get back down here. Where it went, right here. I went to the site and searched for Fenton, and there are no results. Well, a lot of times they don't do it by like just an items. You have to look at the locations, and you have to go through the pictures, because a lot of times they don't list it by a lot of whatever it may be.
Well, you can. It will search when you go into the search bar. It will search whatever location radius that you put.
Right, but you have to pick that radius first.
There might not be this week any Fenton on it. This is kind of like a weekly estate sale. I've seen lots and lots of Fenton that I've bought on this site, but you just got to keep at it. It's something that you have to put the time in, because this week there's 5 auctions, and I think there was like 8 within a 50-mile radius. But you've got to keep at it, because it's like anything. It's like yard sales in the area. So you're able to just cover more ground without actually leaving your house to see if you actually want stuff at all these estate sales. So this one week that might be all big stuff. Next week, like I just finished an auction in Ashland last night that I'm picking up on Saturday. That was a lot of toys and a lot of vintage tins and stuff like that. So it was a really small website. Some of them are bigger some weeks. It just depends on what estate sale or what company. There's also companies on here. There's a company out of Northborough here that does like 4 or 5 or 6 sites a year. And I love dealing with them, because you get to their place, they've got it all boxed up, and you just pick it up. And they're mostly small. So you just got to keep at it. Keep at it, because it's just like going out to yard sales, but you're able to do it from the comfort of your own home.
Yeah, because when I went with Robert one time, because he had bought several lots, like one was, I think, clocks, because he's into collecting clocks, but he also bought a computer lot that had different computer pieces and different computer things. And of course, I went in to help him, and that's how I learned about this, because of the fact that he had to bring his receipt and tell what day it was and what he bought, the lot numbers, and then they basically bring you to that room, you pick up your stuff, and then you leave. Then I did it myself, and I was able to go to where this one place I had to go pick up my items. I won 3 lots, and evidently it was a company that did everything from their home, even though they did the clean up from the estate sale. And when I went to their home, he even helped me put it in my trunk, because it wasn't as it going through the house like this, and everything was nice and packed. I got 2 hope chests filled with books and toys and games. And it is just amazing, but everyone is different. So you
There
got
are
to
resellers just like us on here. I have an actual selling account.
When they tell you the time and pick up. Yeah, go ahead.
I have an actual selling account with them that I can sell on. I just haven't yet. There's only so many
I was
hours.
going to say that because I noticed the new sell button on there now for selling.
Yep.
Yeah. Randy has a question. Do these auctions have more big items like furniture? Is it worth it to get small items?
Yes, it is. I'll give you an example. I know this Warwick right here. It's a seller managed reseller auction. This is a company that I know they do cleanouts. They do estate cleanouts. They do cleanouts for people that have a garage full of stuff. And what they do is they're a moving company. But what they do on the weekends is they do cleanouts and they take the stuff and they sell it and give it to charity. They want to keep stuff out of landfills. That's their kind of mission. So what they do is they take stuff and sell it on Maxsold, and whatever money they take, they contribute to causes. And I buy from these people all the time. They do probably 6 or 7 auctions a year. They have lots of stuff. Like here, they have some collectible heads. They've got lot tables and lots of collectibles and stuff like that. And you'll get there, and that's how you'll see the table, and you've got to pack it up. So they have a lot of glass, like green glass. I get a lot of my glass from these people. They find the most unbelievable glass, like green glass and stuff like that. So there are small companies, there are companies that you find in your area that sell stuff. So they have lots of smalls and lots. And what all the auctions start at $1. And what I like to do sometimes is I'll go through the auction, and this is not advice, but this is how it works for me. And sometimes I mess up and like a bonehead, I don't go back to the auction when it closes. I'll go through an auction when I first see it, and I'll bid $1 on every item I'm interested in. As long as I can pick it up at that time, you got to make sure of that and get there that day. And I'll bid $1 on every item I'm interested in. Or you can see this little heart right here. I've already looked at this and I put this little heart here, but I didn't unsure whether I wanted to get there. This is a Lennox and Global China lot. I made this little heart red here, which puts it on my watch list. What bidding $1 does it puts it on your watch list too, and I'll show you that in a second. Once it goes on your watch list, you have $1 bid on it. You have to make sure you remember when the auction's closing and get back to that site. That way I don't have to go through the entire auction when it's closing. I can simply go to up here where when you sign up with a credit card, give them a credit card. They do not charge it until you win items. And it goes to this one, which is your account page. If you go under your activities, it will show what you've been on, your watch list. And I like to do watch list. And this is all the stuff that you've been on or checked. And I like to take off show closed items because that's all the items that have already sold. And I don't have any bids on anything right now because I just checked it. But you can go, here's the auctions. Say go to Wellesley. No, not Wellesley, Wayland. I didn't put any on my watch list in Wayland. So I haven't done anything with those auctions yet because there's a couple Monday and Thursday pickups. But if you go and put a check, let me see if it go to all. These are some of the items that I've checked just to put on my watch list. And you can watch it and see this is how high it is. This is how high it went. So on various auctions. And it's on your watch list, like these felt pendants. And what I like to do at auction close is I'll go into that particular auction and watch it and see if I want to go up to a certain amount. You can also, some people like to do this. Say they see an item and say, I want to pay up to $10 for that item. They put a $10 bid in it. They'll make $1 bid for you. And as people bid, they'll raise it up to your $10 limit. I like to be in control and see what something's doing. And there's been times where I forget the auction closing. And I'm mad because something I really like and it's really good went for $2 or $3. But they bid over the $1 that I bid. But there's been times where I get an invoice for $12 oh, what did I win? Something small, and I've won 12 lots of big stuff. So you got to be mindful when the auction closing if you really want some stuff. But
Randy says the auctions is showing me in Georgia and I am in Missouri. Interesting. Things have certainly changed where I am. I remember when I couldn't find anything close to me. Now there's a lot close to me. Yeah.
One time I did a trip down the coast, and on the way I made a map of Maxwell auctions, and I found a lot in Georgia at one time. But again, it's very. This 2 weeks ago, when the Northborough auction was 2 weeks ago, and there was only one auction in the whole area 2 weeks ago. So that auction in Northborough, where I do very, very well at, the prices were crazy, where I got very little stuff from that auction. But now there's 9 auctions, so somebody's not going to travel to all these 9 auctions to get 1 or 2 things. So when there's more auctions, you get better deals on stuff.
So Randy has a question. Do you still have to pick it up on these little auctions?
Yes, you have to pick up everything. And keep in mind, too, they'll give you a warning. I mean, people sometimes will, you win it. That's why I say, if you're not sure you want to go there and you only see 2 items that you want, before you bid on that item, make sure that it's going to be worth it for you and you're going to travel that way, because they get kind of iffy because they want you to pick up. It is a commitment to buy and pick up. I've seen cases where I forgot about a $1 item that I won because I messed up and only did a $1 item, didn't go back to the auction. They did send me an email saying that it is we'll give you a pass this time, but everything has to be picked up. I know a couple of, you'll build a relationship with these guys, especially the ones in Warwick, the one in Northborough, I know. And if there's an auction I can't get to, I'll give them a call. I've got their phone number and they'll hold stuff for me. I'm
going to share my screen real quick because there's a question on how to do something, and I want to enlarge my screen for that reason. And I'm just going to.
Where do you change the miles? Up here, you see Massachusetts, Shrewsbury, where I am, 50 miles.
See right here at the top? You're going to click on that and make sure it's in your location.
Yep.
When you click on this, you want to make sure it's in your location.
And you see this little circle, this little map,
this circle, you're going to come right here and adjust it.
If you want to change, you can say we want to go to, give me a random zip code, 016.
So basically, that's how you would do it. Now, if anybody wants to enter a zip code, let us know, and he'll walk us through it.
Yeah, absolutely will. You can enter there and then hit enter, and it will change the location. Like, let me change it to 90001.
Well, Randy, you have to click on the Massachusetts, where the Massachusetts word is. You have to click on that or enter your zip code.
Now it's changed to 50 miles within Los Angeles, California, and there are 2 auctions here. And if you want to increase that, you can, this little bar, you can increase it to, say, 80 miles, near 80 miles. And there's still only those 2 auctions in California.
All right, let me do this real quick and show where they're going to add their zip code. When you go at the top up here, you're going to click on this box right here. You're going to put your zip code right here. You got to enter your zip code, then adjust the radius on how far you're willing to go out from that location. Go ahead and put in 08077.
Okay,
search.
I'll get back to there.
I'm trying to go back and forth to help with the questions.
Yeah, no problem. No, we're patient. I mean, I'm an amateur that's all live teaching. 08.
I want to show it on a bigger screen and enlarge it. 08077. Ryan, hello, good morning, and welcome. And this is basically how you would enter your zip code.
Is that
and then
New Jersey?
How far are you willing to go away from your location? What is the radius?
If it's a really good auction, I've gone up to 100 miles.
I know, but I'm asking Heather how far out she would like to go.
Yeah.
So you can put that in there as well.
Is it New Jersey area?
Yes,
so
New Jersey.
Cherry
Hills.
Hills.
How far would you like to go out?
Is 0?
She said yes, it is in New Jersey.
Okay, let me do this one. And it's thinking. It's Somerset, New Jersey, Phoenixville, Pennsylvania, Allentown, Pennsylvania, and Highbridge, New Jersey are the
All right,
four.
so go ahead and do 50 miles.
Somerset and Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. Somerset, New Jersey, and Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. And this is Somerset, New Jersey, and there's 153 lots, and this is Phoenixville, and it's 70 lots. Now, keep in mind, it's not like eBay. This changes every week, and I've seen auctions go up on Monday. I've seen auctions for the weekend go up on Tuesday or Wednesday and do short sales. I've seen auctions go up for 10-day spans. So there's no like the auctions drop on every Monday morning. They come out almost every day sometimes. They don't come up at all for a week. It's just they don't know what's going to come up. It's the sellers coming to Maxpo and say, I want to do the sale now.
And how many miles were you willing to go out to pick it up, Randy? Hello, Susie. What is the normal turnaround? Let me go back to that comment. I'm working on 3 screens here. All right, I'll take care of that.
It's usually within 2 days. It's usually within 2 or 3 days. Like the auctions that are closing today, there's one in Wellesley that is a Monday pickup, which is unusual. The one that I just finished for Ashland, Mass. Last night is a Saturday pickup. So it is usually within a couple days because, again, they're in a house. They want to sell the stuff and empty the house as fast as possible. I've seen a Friday night auction end with a Saturday pickup. Generally, it's usually Wednesday and Thursday are the big auction close days, and with Saturday and Sunday pickup is the norm. Some of these companies like Warwick is doing a next Thursday pickup, and that Wellesley one we were just looking at is doing a Monday pickup. Oh no, there's a Wayland one that's a Monday pickup. Those are more probably estate sale companies.
Okay.
If you're able to pick up during the week, you're going to have less competition. You won't have a lot of competition from the people that have full-time jobs that are doing these auctions. So keep that in mind. If you're able to pick up during the week, the very few ones that are pickups during the week, there's less competition for items then.
Okay, Tooch, the next zip code 65201.
It's MO, Missouri, right?
Yes.
What would be closest? Grandview, Moberly, Fulton, Mexico, or Boonville?
Oh, Randy, which one would be the closest? Columbia.
Well, it's not up here. It's
yeah, Columbia's not there.
I'll just do Granville because it's going to probably be just a couple miles, but I'll do the first one.
Well, hello, Andrew. At least we know you're not in jail. Welcome. You made it home safe. All right, there you go. Fulton is closest, you said.
Oh, Fulton. Wait, again.
Wow. Heather said that they have estate sale companies that start their auction lots at $5.
Well, all these auctions is Maxwell's policy start at $1. They make them start at $1, and they have to sell it. So I've never had an instance where they pull off items because there's one in Scottdale, Georgia, and Stonecrest, Georgia. No, that doesn't seem right, but maybe there's not, like that was the case where Why is it doing 575 miles?
Unimagic said they have a local one that they start at 250 via high bid.
Yeah, they're different. This is a little bit different. High bid are a little bit different. It's like you're running your own auction. It's like you go on high bid and they're just providing the auction platform. Max Sold provides all the advertising, everything like that, and then do all the things, all the transaction of money. So they're kind of like everything. You do the pictures and all that, unless you hire them to do it. So it's a little bit different, and they require you, like an estate sale, to start everything at $1. So high bid.
We have a question in the chat from Randy, I
Yeah.
believe. Yeah. After you enter the location, where do you click to do the search, or is it automatically?
It's automatic. Just hit enter. Like if we go back to 01545, which is my zip code, hit enter.
Now, do you have to sign in and log in and create an account to be able to do that?
You do not.
Okay.
A little easier because when you do sign in, it will give you your location right away.
And it doesn't necessarily mean that's just for today. That means that you can also search for the week.
Yeah, well, these are all the auctions that are going on right now.
All right, Revive It Sisters has a question. Do they show you any damages on the items, or do you get what you get damaged and all?
They take pictures. Watch the pictures as much as you can. It is an auction, so it is. If you get something, if you see an auction with something is not broken in half, and you get there and it is broken in half, they will credit you for that piece or that lot and let you leave the lot. But as far as chips, cracks, it's pretty much what you get. It's just like an auction. So there's a lot of places that there's one that I don't buy from anymore because they don't take very good pictures. They'll take a picture from far away, and you have really no idea what you're getting. So it's pretty much you get what you get. But if something's broken in half and it wasn't in the pictures, they make good on that. Maxwell definitely makes good on that.
All right, you have another question. Seems like they only give you same day. How do you search for future dates?
Well, these are the auctions that are going on right now. Like this Swansea auction has 11 hours with it. It ends tonight. But these auctions here have 2 days on it and 4 days. And these have 6 days, 7 days. So these are all the auctions that are going on right now. They don't know. They don't show you any future auctions. You don't know what's coming up next week. It's just that the auctions that are going on right now, that are open for bidding right now.
So for those that are coming to this website and interested in checking out this website, do they have to enter their information so they can get notifications when these new auctions are uploaded in their area?
Yeah, they will. There is notifications that you can click on and off. And you can, when you sign up, I get emails all the time. Like today, I'll get an email saying, Swansea, there's so many auctions closing today within your area. And tomorrow I'll get, there's Wellesley and South Boston closing in your area. So they're really good at letting you know when auctions are coming up. I've even gotten ads on my Facebook page about Max Sold with auctions in my area. So
yeah. And she says she saw the place where she can enter her email and get notifications. And that's the best thing to do because they are always uploading new auctions. There's auctions ending almost every day. But once you get into there and you start saving things or watching things, and you start thinking about, okay, I'm interested in this lot, then you'll get those notifications when a new bid comes in. Or you just go back to like what Tooch was showing you, and you can go ahead and start bidding if you're interested, depending on how long the bid is left on that item or that lot or that location.
Yeah. Max Sold does something really, really well that I wish they didn't do so well. They are excellent at advertising all their auctions, and they advertise at a lot of places. less advertising means less competition when you're bidding, but they do that very, very well for the sellers to let you know.
Exactly.
About the auctions in your area.
Which I just recently found out, like when you were telling me about the sell, because I didn't know they even have offered that any yet. And now that I see that on the main page,
Yeah.
You can become a seller. Now, what are the qualifications if somebody wants to become a seller on there?
They'll call you and just do a quick phone interview saying what you're doing. Are you just trying to clear out of the state? Are you a reseller? And they'll take that and they'll crunch the information and usually generally just give you a process. It's not a huge process, but you do talk to somebody there. They just try to figure out what you're doing and what your plans on doing. I will tell you, it is a 30% commission if you do your own auction, and a $300 minimum. Whatever is higher is what. So say you sell $1,000, you pay $300. Say you sell $500, you pay $300.
Wow.
And it's more if you have Maxwell do it. So I look at some of these auctions and I'm just amazed how some of these people continue to do it, because I'll get lots for $1 or $2, like those big glass lots I showed you in Warwick. I'll get them for $2, $3, $4, and they have 100 items. They sell. I guess they have to sell a couple things at big money. Some things go for decent money. But.
So how they would like to know, do they charge a percentage on the lot, or is it the total of the sale?
Yeah, I think it's. Let me see. Let me go to one of my.
Good morning, Dee Dee. Hello. Good morning and welcome.
I don't mind showing. These are all like, this is Northborough that I picked up the other week. Where's buyer's premium? Buyer's premium was $5 on $29. So what's that a percentage? %. Is that?
Something like that.
Yeah. It's either 5 or 6%, I think, is the buyer's premium. So, and if you have a tax identification exempt number, please put it into your account. Any auctions within Massachusetts, they won't charge you sales tax on it.
All right. So if anybody has any questions about Max or Sold, that's what we're discussing today. This is just another website that you can use to do some sourcing for reselling, especially when they do have lots. Do me a favor, go back to the list from Massachusetts and go to the Ashland listing, the one that has the shelves, the first one, all the way to the top.
Well, that's
the one that has the second one, the one with the shelves. I just want to show some of the items that are in here that's amazing at $1 to $3 bids. The one right in the middle of the top. Go back up. No, go back up.
Well, you can go right to the listings.
Yeah. Now scroll down and show some of the items that are in this lot. These lots. And it tells you the description of the lot as well. Like that's Halloween decorations. You have some tools, Milwaukee's. That's a lot with Wii and PS4 games. There's even a lot that has a PS4 game in it. I was already looking at this
Royal Dalton, a bunch of Royal Dalton. They have like a whole Royal Dalton set.
Wait, scroll back up a minute. Is that a Magnolite pot in that picture? Yes, it is.
Oh, yep.
That looks brand new.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I might be bidding on.
You see little hearts here. I've already looked at this auction.
Nope, it's Gotham cookware.
Yeah,
it's not.
I believe this auction is a Monday pickup. I think that's why I didn't bid on it right away. Let me see. Pickup information for this auction.
Yeah, you always want to check that.
It's a Monday, July 29th, 11:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. pickup.
Yeah, so you got to make sure you check that to see when is the pickup.
Yeah. That's very important because that is the only time that they'll give you.
Randy says, I can see it would be great for scammers. They can just want to get rid of them. I don't think it's...
No, because Mass Control controls that. I've only had one instance. I was kind of ticked off about it, but on hindsight, I was kind of happy. I was on my way to an auction to pick up. I had bought a lot of really, really nice stuff cheap. They gave me an email on my way that the entire pickup had been canceled, and they couldn't give me any further information. They refunded me my money. Obviously, something happened. A lot of their stuff didn't go for the prices, and they were pulling some stuff with Max sold, so they cut it off right away. And that person's never will do an auction on Max sold again. So Max sold is in control of it. It's not like you going to somebody's house and get a box of rocks. They do watch their auctions. You have to take pictures, and they do monitor their auctions, and a lot of them are done by Max sold and companies themselves. Max sold will hire an estate company if it's somebody going to Max sold and said they want to do it all. Max sold will come in and take the pictures, do the listings, sell the stuff. Of course, that's more expensive as far as premiums to sell them, but they'll have a company come in and do it. So I've had trouble once, but they refunded all my money. I've never had a problem with something. I had something break, and even though it might have been broken in the pictures, they've refunded me a portion of that lot.
And she said she meant to say smalls, not scams.
Yeah.
But yes, it would be a great way to pick up a lot of small items. Yes.
Right.
I had one incident happen to me. We were on our way to pick up an item. It was a Saturday pickup or Sunday pickup. And I bought a Tiffany lamp for $20 on one of these auctions. And I also bought a couple of other things. But on our way there, I kept calling and let them know I'm on my way. I'm so many minutes away. And then when I get there, I was able to pick up everything but that Tiffany lamp because the family decided to keep it. Boy, was I not happy. I was not happy.
Did you talk to Max? Was it Max?
They refunded me my money.
Right.
But I was able to get everything else.
Yeah, Max sold really frowns upon that. And every once in a while, if they're going to do something like that, they make them usually do it before the auction closes. Because I've gotten.
Now, I did report it, like when you get your feedback.
Yeah.
I did put it in my feedback because that was really, I was not happy with that.
Right. And sometimes they can control that because maybe they're a one-time seller on Max sold. A lot of these, I'd say over 50% are companies that are reselling constantly on here. Even if it's a one-time seller, they usually have a company that's one of these companies that sell on here going in subcontract and do it for them. So generally 50% of the time I'm dealing with the same people. You see the same people.
But I have to say the last big one I did with 3 lots that I won, it was a great experience. The gentleman told me to back my car by the driveway, and he helped me put everything in my car. And it was a great, I even got like a camera, a social media camera kit set lot. It was some great lots, and they helped me put it in my car.
Yeah, I bid on that auction.
And I won the auction.
Yeah.
And I sold everything out of it except one item I'm using to this day.
The other tip is make sure you take everything. Do not leave anything behind. If you see a shelf of stuff, even if you didn't want it, you're bidding on to take it all. Not only it's required, and Maxwell frowns upon it, but with these companies that sell all the time, they notice those kind of things. So I can't tell you how many times, and try to get an early pickup if you know people, because I can't tell you how many times I've walked into it and they say, this didn't sell, do you want it? And they give it to you because they have a relationship with you, and they know that you do business right, and you don't make a mess there and take everything that you bid on.
Now, I do want to mention, if for some reason you win several lots, and say one's in the A pickup, one's in a B pickup, and one's in a C pickup. When you have that scheduled point for point A, the lot for A, the first pickup, you can still pick up all your items. You don't have to sit there and wait for each time lot. You can get it all at one time if you have multiple time slots. Just make one contact, make it the one that is the earliest, and you get all your items.
Yeah, you use common sense there. I've gone where I've had a B pickup, and I went in an A slot, but I could tell that there was nothing that was on a shelf that I didn't buy a big shelf that had stuff on it. But if you bought a shelf unit that is full of stuff, and you've got A, B, and C, and that shelf is in a C lot, you can go to the earliest seat time, but use common sense there. They're not going to bust your chops if you arrive at A and have a B, unless they're waiting for the shelves to be clear, then give you that. They're not going to clear a shelf for you to take a C item in a A time.
Common sense. And if that's the case, you might want to wait to the first as earliest for C if you have some type of thing like that.
That's what they suggest. They say if you've got 3 items in 3 different time slots, go to the earliest one in the latest time slot you've got.
Correct.
But again, they're not. It's a wonderful customer service experience. They're going to let you do things that are reasonable. They're not. Then you get with honey and then salt. If you arrive and it's so nice and it's possible to do, they may even go a little beyond. But they're not going to clear 5 shelves so you can take a shelving unit early.
Right. So if anybody has any more questions, please feel free to ask away in the chat. And at this time, I will be dropping the link in the chat. So on this note, with this Max Sold, if you have not checked it out, it's just another great way to pick up some inventory if you're trying to source and you're having some problems, like maybe there may be an area that you're not having garage sales or estate sales, and you just wanted to pick up something extra. This is one of those great ways that you can do so. And that's why we wanted to bring that to you today, get you aware of this website and how it works. So Tooch, as I'm dropping the link for the screen for those who may want to come on and promote their channel or even talk about the topic of the day, go ahead and tell everybody a little bit about, give them some tips on what they should do when starting out with something similar to this or in Max Sold.
I'd suggest start with auctions that are close to you. If don't go a long way if you're not sure what's going to happen in pickup procedures. And the biggest hint is be patient. It is incredibly wonky and glitzy website. They make up for it in customer service. If you call them, they answer the phone. So they'll help you with that. But you're going to have glitches in the website. It's going to get frustrating sometimes when you want to go to an auction. I've gone through a whole auction and went into an item and think it's just to go back. I'm on the 100th item. And I want to just go back to the 100th item. It goes all the way back to the first thing. You got to scroll again to get to 101. So be patient with the website, but trust me, it is absolutely worth it. And I buy a few quick lots. I buy a lot of small lots that are close and go get them and just get used to the experience. Always bring packing supplies and totes. There are many that I love that I can go in and sell boxed up for you, but the majority, as you see it, is how you go pick it up. And there's been cases, watch the descriptions, because there's been cases where there's a TV sold for $2, but it's still on the wall. And it will say, bring tools and people to take it off the wall. So just look at the descriptions. It's like going into somebody's home that says, I've got a house full of stuff, I want to sell it. You do get cheaper prices, but you got to do a little bit more work to get it.
So in other words, it's a little bit different than an estate sale. You just have a different avenue to get there. And you don't have to sit there and go through the whole house, where if you already look at everything on the website and you already know what you're looking for and what you want to purchase, and once you win that auction, then you already know what you're going in and picking up, and you ain't got to fight for, or if so-and-so gets there before you, and not have to wait in a line when it comes to an estate sale kind of situation. Whereas this, you may have to wait in line to pick up your stuff because they only allow so many at a time in the house to pick it up, depending on what location it's at. So just be very.
They've gone back to after the big C word. During those couple years, they were doing pickups, but you had to stay in your car into your exact time slot.
Yeah.
You saw the person in front of you come out. It used to be before that. Your window is your window, and you can come anytime during your window. They're still having you schedule a time, but even when I get, say it's 10 to 2, and I get a 10:40 time slot, going at 10 a.m., they're not going to say, oh, you got to wait till your time slot. I've had only one in my whole time, but it was a real small house. I didn't know that. But just as long as you can get there in that time slot, even if you miss your time slot, as long as you get there before the last time slot, say you got 10 to 5 and you're at the 10 to 12 and you can't get there until 2. As long as the pickup's still going on, they'll still let you pick up your items.
Yep. But also don't forget to read the instructions on anything that has to do with whatever website you go to on any auction. Make sure you do check to see what is the pickup information, as well as anything special that you have to do, like bring extra people to help you carry it out or bring some tools. It's very important that you do read that, because when you get that, it won't help you. A lot of places will not help.
And one thing I forgot,
no.
Make sure before you leave the property, if you've seen 10 plates on a shelf and you bought the 10 plates, before you leave to have, make sure there's the 10 plates. Because if you get to your car and there's only 8 plates and you left the property, there's nothing they can do for you. Make sure you get everything you get before you leave the property, and they will refund you. They immediately, they'll charge back your card or whatever, or your account. But make sure before you leave the site, make sure you get
do they ship? I don't think so, do they?
What?
The question is, Creations by D has a question. Do they ship?
I've seen only one that shipped, but no. The answer is no.
So you go to basically 2 times, once to bid, and then go to pick it up. Well, you're bidding online. It's an online website, and then you have to set the time pick up depending on what. Some areas may have more than 3 time slots, like A, B, or C, or D, or whatever they may have, and you just have to make sure you're there at that time slot.
Yeah, I've never seen a pickup that's more than the one day and the one pocket of time, but you only go to the location once.
That's it.
You know, and if something's really broke, they're going to credit you for it. You know what I'm saying? And just use common sense about that. If something has a little chip on it, it's an auction. It is as is, where is. And they try. There's most of the people that run auctions, they try. They don't hide anything. I always see they'll say in the description a lot of times. And when you see something like that, this item has the little chip on it. At that point, you know it's a good auction, because they are pointing out, even in a big lot, some chips or cracks and stuff like that. So you can tell by the description that they're. But again, I wouldn't worry about it. I've had, again, that one instance, but I was made whole, and I generally 50-60% of the time dealing with the same people.
Yeah, that
have this a supply of stuff. I don't know how they get it, but it's wonderful. You know, it's not like high bid. High bid, you pay more, because high bid's an auction. They guarantee it to be in this shape and this shape, and guaranteed to get you in this shape. It's more like a YouTube auction that it's more like that, but you have to go pick up the stuff.
So, and just be careful when you're looking at these items, making sure you're able to go to the pickup site at the time or the time slot that you're given. I've never had anybody that had more than 2 days pickups. It was always one day. You got your time slot, as long as you're in there within that time slot, or before the last pickup. If you get there and they're still doing pickups, then you're good. But you got to make sure you're there before they stop doing pickups.
There was one time when I bid on something by mistake for $1, and I actually won it. And I actually called them and explained the situation. It was 60 miles away. And I says, it's not a huge piece. It's not like I'm burdening the homeowner with a huge something. I obviously paid for the item. Can I not come get it? And they'll let you do those kind of things. It was a mistake. As long as it doesn't happen, as long as you're not bidding on auctions, not picking up stuff
all the time. Yeah. And that goes back to that rule. Communicate.
They go to bid you. I'm sorry. They go to charge your credit card for an invoice, and it doesn't go through. They will shut you off almost immediately if you bid on something and don't make good on that invoice. They will. They will do.
Yep. And again, that just goes back to the communicating with them just as well. You got to communicate with them.
Customer service is really good.
Yeah. So if anybody has any more questions, please feel free to ask away in the chat. And before we go ahead and get ready to close the show, Tooch has some announcements that he's got going on his channel. So make sure you are listening, because he's got a show for the first time today on his channel.
Tonight, 6 o'clock, with Teresa Yan again and Dawn Southern Finds on my channel. We're going to be doing a theme auction every fourth Thursday night of the month. A theme auction. We're going to explain all about it and sell some fun stuff. There'll be giveaways tonight and ongoing on the third, fourth Sunday. Friday, I'm on with Dawn's deals with the Teresa and Jan again. Sunday, I'm on with Two Old Guys Vintage. So come check me out. Come look at some of the great stuff I get from Maxwell.
Website or local? Websites or local? This is a website, but you can pick your location, and you can go out as many so many mile radius from where you live. So you have to put all that into the search bar. Once you do that, then it'll pop up any and all auctions. Sometimes if there's none in your area, they do go a little bit further out. They will show you those on the main page when you get to maxsold.com. You just have to make sure you register. Make sure you hit the notifications for when they do have maybe some pop-ups in your location. So yes, it is a website. Are there any other auctions you use?
I'll use Hybid every now and again. When you go to a lot of these, there's a 42 auctions, 42 Philly auctions in Marlboro I go to that runs Maxell Auctions. They have their own auction website. So when you go pick up these, talk to the people if you know that there's somebody that does auctions all the time. I know the one in Warwick has their own site every once in a while. They'll run an auction on their site. There's one in Leominster that I pick up with that has live auctions every once in a while.
So in other words, he's asking any other auctions that you use, websites are local. Actually, Tooch and I have met up in a town where I have my antique booths. There's one once a month that they hold at a church.
Once a week. It's every Tuesday night.
Once a week. Every Tuesday in the town where I have my antique booth, and we've been there. And it is amazing where you can pick up certain things off of a table. If all the items that nobody else is interested in on the table, they'll start auctioning the whole table off.
Sometimes they'll give away the table.
Yeah, just to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And it's amazing what you can pick up. But make sure you check your local Facebook groups too in your area. That's how I found out, because Tooch told me about it and told Carol about it, and then we went together, and it was fun. I
know Chuck the other day too said, and it's good for this too, that site called auctionzip.com. It's an auction searching site. It will search live auctions in the area. It will also search online auctions in the area. You can do the same thing with AuctionZip. Put in a radius and a location, and it will give you a list of online and live auctions in your area. That's a good resource to find different auctions in your area.
Sheila has a question. If they don't have any sales in your area, even though you have a certain mile radius, do they just show you the sales outside of your mile radius?
They will. I did a search for Teresa this morning from 50 miles outside of Poughkeepsie. It gave me 3 sales within 125 miles of Poughkeepsie. So they'd rather show, but look at the top. It will show you the mile radius. If you see 3 auctions, don't automatically go in the auction and say that's close. Look at the top, make sure the mile radius is what it is. And generally, if they show you a more mile radius than you put in, that's the closest one. So.
I'm going to show this for example. I just refreshing my page. I put on one at 35 miles, and it shows me 6 auctions in a 60-mile radius. So you want to look at this right here and make sure that if you're willing to go out 60 miles, that when you start looking at these listings, you want to make sure you're able to go to that length of time.
If it changed that number, that is the closest one, 60 miles.
Right. Now, again, they update this every day. So it doesn't mean that they're not going to have one show up tomorrow or this afternoon. It all depends on when they post them on the site.
Like that Ashland, I figured the auctions were going to be done for the week. That Ashland auction that you were looking at came up yesterday. And sometimes they'll bring it up and have a 2-day auction. So you got to keep looking at the website. Just because there's something that not there today, somebody will put up a 4-day auction. Someday will put up a 2-day auction. I've seen a 1-day auction. So you got to put the time in. And again, you saw it glitch for me when I was trying to search a 50-mile radius that gave me 500 miles. Again, be patient. It's a very glitchy website. They always tell me we're working on it, but it's
you
worth
can definitely pick up some good lots.
Yeah.
Just be cautious. Make sure you read the pickup descriptions. You got to make sure you read that all through the auctions that you're looking at, because you don't want to get stuck with it, and then next you can't pick it up.
Yeah.
The closest for me is 170 miles. And again, if you double check it regularly, get into a habit of checking it if you're interested, because everything starts at $1. And I've picked up many lots for $2, $4, under $10 for the whole lot. So
yeah, I've seen some areas in the Midwest where 140 is like the closest, but keep at it because we're lucky here in New England. There's a week, the minimum is 2 auctions a week.
Yeah.
And even during Christmas time, there was 1 auction, or even during snow time, there was 1 auction. So this area is Florida is really good. There's a very good pocket in Florida. As I said, I traveled south one time. I picked up 4 Maxwell, not very big ones, auctions on the way down. Just to have fun like that. So you're able to shop in different ones. I called a friend in Georgia and said, I cannot get this. So you go pick this up if I bid on it. But I've also seen those areas when I first started looking, like the Georgia area, there weren't many. So as long as more people get to know about it, it will grow. So keep at it. Keep on looking. Just because there's none now, your area might grow. This area took a little while to grow and have a lot of people know about it.
And again, if you keep refreshing it, there's sometimes I don't see nothing, even if I go out 50, 60 miles. But that's okay, because then that means that I'll have maybe something better next time. But make sure if you're interested in this, keep checking it out. If you register and give you the email and want all the notifications, that way you will get notifications when things do go up, and you'll get those notifications in your email that let you know that. And sometimes they do post it on Facebook. So definitely check it out. And it doesn't hurt to at least look and see what you find.
You ask a notification, trust me, Maxwell will get a hold of you.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. They want you to be. Yeah. Well, everybody, thank y'all so much again. I try to do this every Tuesday and Thursday with a different guest to give different subject on how to resource other ways of resourcing. And if you know of anybody who's doing a certain way of resourcing, you would like to get them on here, please make sure you let them know by emailing me and let me know, and I'll reach out to them. I try to do this every Tuesday and Thursday with a different topic and a different way of sourcing. And this is just a different way than going out and doing your garage sales, estate sales, and your thrifting. And this is just, if you cannot get out, for those who cannot get out of the house or have no way of transportation. And again, you can always make those arrangements when it comes to this, because then it gives you the date and time that you can pick up your items. So thank y'all so much again. I hope to see y'all again tomorrow morning, where we will be doing the Would You Buy It or Would You Leave? And I got a great lineup. There's been some people sending me some stuff already, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I love looking at Fridays when it comes to the Would You Buy It or Would You Leave It? Fantastic opportunity. I can't find some auctions to land in areas. And again, just a matter of refreshing and keeping an eye on it. And when you register yourself and get the notifications, you'll be able to find out when they do. It's not every day. One week you may not find nothing, but then you come back on a Saturday or a Friday and you want to finding some more that's being posted. So be patient with it. And
hey,
you'll find
if it's shippable and you see something in my area, let me know. I might help you out. I like helping people out.
Yep. Well, everybody, thank y'all so much. And as I said before, in each and every show, the link is at the top of the chat. Remember, do not click on the 3 dots. Just click anywhere on the box. The link is on the top of the box in the chat. If you would like to come on after the show's over and just chit chat with us, or you have any questions and you would like to talk with us a little bit more behind the scenes, you're more than welcome to do that with that link at the top of the chat. Just click the box. The link is there, and just come on in after the show is over. And as I say before, in each and every show, love always, love is always free. Please be kind to one another till we meet until another chat. Have a blessed and fabulous day until we meet again. Later. Peace out. And y'all come back now. You hear?